Hi everybody, this is Crystal. I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe. So I'm doing a fantastic. And today I'm going to show you a new yarn. Maybe you guys have seen it. It's from Yarn Inspirations. Caron. Yarn Inspirations, I was Caron. It's called, I've had a lot of people email me about it and asking me about it. And I did already have it on order and I just received it today and I'm pretty excited. Caron Colorama Ogo Tangle-free quick start yarn. Look at that. Okay, that's cool. So I'm going to just kind of tell you about it. This is the first time I've ever had it, first time I've ever touched it, and I think it's always cool when yarn companies come up with new and inventive ways to try to keep, your yarn together, without it tangling. Maybe yarn bar free, when you pull the center and the yarn just comes out all over the place. And so let's hope this is better than some of the previous ones that I've seen. First off, you know that I am not affiliated with Yarn Inspirations nor any yarn company. So I did buy this myself. I purchased this online at Joann's, and I do not have affiliated links, so I never care if you buy the product. I only tell you my honest opinion about it. All right, so let's do it. It looks cool, but looking cool and being cool are two different things. All right, so as far as the thing, this is what it looks like. It's like a donut, and then we're gonna take this off. So as far as being able to stack it on your shelf, either say you buy it and you're not going to use it right away, it looks like you can slide it this way. I got a couple of them. Stack them in there on your shelf like this, or like this, I guess. Quite a bit. There's cardboard here, more than what you would normally see, just on a regular ball of yarn would just have a wrap around it, I guess. But let's read about it then. Patent pending. Nice. New format. Okay, so this particular yarn, we'll talk about the yarn real quick, is a bulky number 5. I'm in agreement with that. That is their bulky 5. Nice bulky 5. It is 100% acrylic, 228 yards or 208 meters. Knitting needle recommendation is a 6 millimeter, and a crochet hook is a 6 millimeter. Also machine washable and dryable. 6.4 ounces, 180 grams, made in Turkey. The color I have in my hand is called Lippy. So they did have it looks like they have a few solid colors, and the rest were made up of 5 different colors, which I think is cool because just being like this, I can see how easy it would be to color control a project, I think, as far as I know. So I think let's open it up and look at it. See how tangle-free it is. You want to? I don't know. I did see this and think it was cool, but like I said, looks can be deceiving. So it opens up here, and then you're left with this donut. That, and this is kind of what you have to throw away, I guess. A little bit of waste in packaging, and then it also has the instructions on how to do it. Okay, so it says to begin with working the Ogo located at the end of the yarn. So here's all the instructions here. It opens up there. Carefully cut the plastic tie where the ends of the Ogo meet. Pull to remove tie. Okay, so then you have to take the tie out. Okay. If desired, colors can easily be separated by gently pulling them apart and then cutting them at the color transition. Let's give it a try. Okay. So you can see, okay, here's how it's hooked together. It's like a tie, like you'd see like what clothing ties are come on, plastic ties. So it says cut that and remove it. Well, then I will remove it. Right, remove it. Pull and remove tie. So that's inside. And then you have this willy worm thing. Okay, let's see. And then it says to, yeah, just start, I guess. I wonder if it matters what end you start at. I don't think it does. I guess it doesn't. Well, this looks like kind of the center. And then this one over here has a tie on it. I guess that's the end of it. There's a knot there. Are you tangle free? Let's see. Claim to be. I'm going to get to a color transition and see what she looks like. I don't know about this. Okay, here's your color transitions. So that's where they said you could take them apart and clip them. And if you want to do different colors, let's try taking them out. Seems to me like, I don't know, like it could get tangled though. I don't know, maybe not. Let's try the other end. So far it didn't tangle. Okay, the other end is, got that knot on it, I said. Oh, it takes it from the outside. Okay, so I guess I would probably think taking it from the outside might be better than taking it from the center on these anyways, because when you take it from the center, it looks like it could have the possibility to tangle. I don't know, but the outside is not going to tangle if you take it from the outside. So if you get these, that would be my recommendation, to pull on the one that's from the outside. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what it looks like would be the most tangle-free option as far as that goes. It's not tangling. I got to give them that. There was no yarn barf. There was nothing. It's funny looking, but it doesn't matter. It works if it does what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I like taking it from the outside better, I think. But I mean, it didn't tangle when I took it from the inside either, but I think it seems like the outside would be a better option. Here we go. Okay. Well, you know what? It didn't tangle. I took it from the outside and I took it from the inside. It did not tangle like it said. It did not yarn barf. It's doing what it's supposed to do. That's pretty cool. Now, let's talk about the yarn and let me crochet with it. So the yarn itself smells like a cardboard. Okay. The yarn itself feels fine. Kind of like a Caron cake. Maybe like if you know what a regular Caron cake feels like, I would say it kind of feels similar to that. Like maybe like their bulky 6 Caron cakes. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just fine for an acrylic yarn. I would use it to make a scarf or a sweater. As far as softness goes, it's just, an average acrylic yarn. Not the softest, but definitely not the worst. So I always say it's just kind of in the middle. Definitely you can make wearables out of it. I made this tangly mess right here. It didn't tangle. It did not tangle at all whenever I pulled from the outside or the center. But like I said, I think maybe I would pull from the outside if I was going to use these again. But I think either way works. Not either way tangled on me. Let's crochet with it. Wow, this stuff's pretty cool. I love the way the colors separate. All right, just a second. Okay, I did some crocheting with it here, and as you can see, I did some bubbles. You can see they show up very well. I had no problem crocheting with it. You know, it does bear an extremely strong resemblance to Caron cakes, the 6-weight ones, only in a 5-weight format. So that is exactly kind of what it almost reminds me of, I would say. Exactly. So but yeah, that's just like it is. It's just almost betting it's just the same yarn they use for their bulky 6 Caron cakes, only they made it a 5-weight. Because their Caron cakes are striped. Alright. So as you can see, it crochets fine. No trouble with it crocheting. It's not splitting. It's easy. Like I said, Caron cake-ish. Bobbles show up fine. You know, looks like a normal yarn. Let me turn my camera around. Feels fine. Huh. Alright. Final thoughts on this. Okay. Packaging is cool. The yarn itself is fine. There's nothing wrong with the yarn. It crochets fine. It's bulky 5. It's striped fine. You can easily separate them off of this. It says $8.99 at Joann's. Okay. I did get it 20% off, but on a regular, it's $8.99. Online at Joann's. That's where I purchased it. So, and that is for when I say 228 yards of a bulky 5. As cool as I think this is, as far as looks, and how I say the yarn is just fine for a yarn. There's nothing wrong with the yarn. It's like many acrylics that I've felt before. And as cool as it is to easily separate it. Now, I love your inspirations. I love Caron. And this is only my opinion. Please, you don't have to. I mean, my opinion is what it is. It's just mine. Doesn't mean you have to agree with me. People ask me to review yarns because they want to know what I think about it. So I'm going to think about it. I think that even though, like I said, everything that I stated, and it did do what it said, it didn't tangle on me, whether I pulled it from the outside or the inside. I think it's a gimmick. I do. I think that there's not enough yardage for what they want. I can buy a Caron chunky cake, 6 weights, for about the same price. And with more yardage. And that's a 6-weight. So, I mean, just think if they made a Caron cake in like a 5-weight, like a, you know, because this is what this is. It's like the yarn from a Caron chunky cake, the 6-weight. But if they made, you know, a cake that was a 5-weight using this yarn and didn't have this technology, you know, we would probably have double the amount of yardage for the same price. I think you're paying for this cardboard gimmicky thing. It is a cool concept, though. I mean, I have to give it that. But I don't like the cardboard waste. I don't like the fact that the yardage is so low and the price just doesn't meet up with the yardage. Especially if I was to compare it with our other Caron cakes. It's not doing it for me. But like I said, as cool as it is, the idea itself, you know, it was thought out well. It was. It just needs more yardage. And I wish they could just kind of do something different. I like it. But to be honest, I would prefer a cake of this yarn. And this exact yarn right here, 5-weight, because it's my favorite. And I love Caron cakes. I'm not saying this is a Caron cake. I'm saying the yarn resembles a Caron cake. If they made this in a cake format, striped like this, I would prefer it with double the yardage as opposed to it being like this. Even though it's tangle free, once you, I mean, most of my cakes are, a lot of cakes are tangle free if you pull from the center. And if they're not, you know, you get the first knot, little tangle out. Most of the time it's tangle free anyways, the rest of the way. So for me anyways, I don't really have a problem using any type of cake. Actually, most of them are already tangle free. But yeah, I think it's cool. And I think it was a nice concept. If they would put more yardage on it, I would be probably buy it, because the yarn itself is great, or it's fine. And if they would put it in a cake formation, I would definitely buy it if they doubled the yardage over this, because this cardboard's really not doing much for me. It's gimmicky. Hey, it's still cool though. It was a good thought out idea, but I won't purchase it again myself, because I think that they just kind of skimped you on the yardage to make up for the packaging and the idea, I guess, itself. I'll stick with regular cakes of yarn or skeins. But yes, yarn inspirations. I don't know if you watch my videos. I think you did a very good job on that. But you need to double that yardage for that price, or you need to not even, maybe you don't even have to double it, you know, maybe $3.50 or something. Would be better than what's on there now. Or put it in a cake and not so much cardboard waste, you know. I think that would be better, really. But it, you know, it was a good try. I probably won't purchase them again, because like I said, you know, the colors are pretty, unless I really wanted the colors. But I could probably find the same colors in a Caron cake bulky 6 weight, but then, you know, but this is a 5 weight. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Here's another one I got. The color is called Tabby. Of course, I'm going to go for brown, and I'll use what I have or put it in giveaways. I'll definitely use it, because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just kind of gimmicky, but cool idea though. I'm not gonna rate it, because it's just a gimmicky type of way to put some more yardage on that, yarn inspirations, and then we'll talk about it. Try to use less cardboard too. I don't know, that's kind of, cake it up. Just cake it up. Cake it up. Cake it up. Alright, I'm gonna go. Bye everybody. Remember, these are just my opinions. If you tried this, let me know what you think about it in the comment section. And if you have not tried it, I always recommend buying one, I don't know what you call this, a skein ball, a donut, I guess, and buy one and give it a go. See what you think about it. You know, you might think it's just the best yarn in the world that it comes out the way it does. I think it's, I'd rather have it in a cake. But to each their own, right? Okay. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about it, okay? Look it up on Joann's. If you tried it, let me know. They do have it in a blanket yarn also. 6-weight blanket yarn. Chenille type yarn. I did order that. I don't have it yet, but when it comes here, it's probably going to be the same. But I'll tell you my thoughts on that one too. Bye guys. Take care.